And we are back with another The Silent Film Group commentary, special commentary, because I'm doing them. And this film is The Suicide Squad. So I'm not going to even waste a lot of time. Hit play, and we're going to just rock right into this. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I am hitting play now. Boom. And I have the logo up with the zzz. It just went dark. Warner Bros. Logo, and this is Rat Pack, I think it's named, or Rat, whatever. And the DC logo. Spinning, and we are backside, heading over to the is this the prison, right? No, okay. Yeah, it is. Alright, so we have Deadshot. Okay, damn, it's just moving so fast. I'm trying to give you guys a cue point. Okay, Will Smith is punching. Now he's walking over. All my friends call me Floyd. Gets his food. What's that?
That is called loaf.
Loaf.
It's got a little bit of biscotti in there. Toenails. Rat shit. Everything a grown fella needs like you.
I think that, yeah, Baron Holtz, who swears he's funny, but not really. One day. Somehow, somewhere, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna rain down you like the Holy Ghost.
Man, you just threatened us, staff member.
Yeah. Okay. I was just giving you a cue point. It just seems like it was cut like a damn music video in the beginning that I could hardly lock down a cue point. Okay, so I will automatically, on the jump off, just say this film is fucking all over the place. But visually, I like how it looks, which I believe that's what the studios, what Warner Brothers is counting on when they release these DC films. So I really don't think that they're really give a fuck about these projects. And I actually just heard something, another like mini podcast on how when it comes to Marvel properties, of course, because now we all know Marvel has Marvel Studios and they oversee everything, oversee what they're doing. And I guess, Disney sits on the side. With DC doesn't oversee everything. Warner Brothers oversees everything, and it doesn't make any sense because they are sister companies, but whatever. I also wrote a blog about this film a couple of weeks actually before this dropped on VOD. Basically discussing the hustle that I think that Warner Brothers is pulling on people. Saying that, oh no, we're not good, because if you follow, thus they've claimed on the past 2 films, this film and Batman vs Superman, we're not going to have any extra scenes, whatever, and then they released the shit. And the Batman v Superman, see, that shit right there just made no sense at all when she just knocked herself out. I'm also getting annoyed with the way that studios are like overusing very popular songs that we've heard over and over and over and over and over again. So now the Escalades or Tahoes are pulling up, and she's out. She's getting ready to walk in the building. I'm just giving another cue point. Yeah, so basically how I feel like they're just hustling people. They, release the shit in the theaters and then gauge the temperature and cut out what they want and then just go, okay, you know what, we're going to just add it on later, because this is where they really make the bulk of their money, is on the afterlife of theatrical. So You go to Digital Cinemakers and check that out. And then maybe I'll put a link if I upload this in the tube or whatever, based on how this goes. Viola Davis. One of my things that gets me is I don't understand why Oprah Winfrey didn't do this film. I thought it was very foolish. Especially because her own network is kind of suffering and she's not as a visible character, a visible presence on television, and she's slowly transitioning now into doing more feature films, and this would have been a better way for her to do it. I love these intros. I think they're hot with the titles. So I just didn't understand. Even, look, we knew that this film was going to make money regardless if anybody liked it or not. And it would have been really interesting just to see Oprah at a Comic-Con sitting down with the panel, and it would have really heightened her cinematic awareness. So, whatever. And I don't have a problem with Viola Davis, just the fact that when you see the original character, I remember when this was brought up, and you see how she looked, like she fit the bill, but fuck it. We transition. We're on Deadshot's on the roof. What I don't like is, even from the onstart, the opening of this film, it felt like a Will Smith film. Because he signed on to do this project. He had to be the first person that that you see on screen, which I think was foolish, especially when all the buzz was about Harley Quinn. So you should have introed with that. The fact that I feel, that he, in my opinion, he didn't completely commit to this character based off the knowledge that I have, on the Deadshot character. Especially, I'm a fan of Arrow, and the vanity. It feels like vanity because a majority of the time, Deadshot has that mask on, and very rarely do you see his face. You see it, maybe in some of the origin, yada yada, but even when he's doing his hits, he should have had the mask on. It's not like it's gonna hurt his career for him to have a goddamn mask on for his character. It, and based off of how I feel about Will Smith, which I like him, but how he picks his projects and decisions that he makes in his projects, to me, are very weird. When I look at his track record, at the projects that he passed down and turned down, and passed down, turned away, turned down. Going loopy. I love this scene right here. The two scenes with Batman are official. And the second meeting of Will Smith and Ben Affleck, for anybody that saw Jersey Girl. In reality, she probably would have caught a hot one. I'm just being for real. This story to me just feels like it was really carved out for Will Smith. Like, alright, so we're already changing the origins, so let's just totally change it up completely. So he can show his face. And he basically shows his face throughout this entire film. Very rarely does he have the mask on. I love the titles. Harley Quinn intro is hot in her story. I like this. That's very Sin City-esque. I don't really have a problem with Margot Robbie. I just feel like she was forced down our throats. Because to me, she's just a carbon copy of Jamie Presley. you know. But I feel that there's an actress, Yael Stone, I think that's her name, and she's on Orange Is the New Black. She would have been perfect for this character. And I might have stated on another commentary, if not, then I'll state it now. There are certain times where I feel that they cast what's popular. And sometimes there are other people that really need a fucking shot. And Margot Robbie's career would not be hurting if she did not get this film. And it would have been a really great push for Yael, especially if you've seen Orange Is the New Black and you hear her character, the way she talks and everything. It's like, oh, this is fucking Harlequin. This scene makes me laugh too. I love this scene. And he's just like, I don't want no beef, don't want no beef, don't want no beef. And I'm not particularly fond of the look of this Joker. Just the look. Not Jared Leto. Just the look. Because there's many incarnations of this character. And, before we start bantering over who's the better and whatever. This is his interpretation. But I just don't like his... Yeah, just his fucking like... too youthful or some shit, too gangster, too hood or something, And I love the scene that comes after the scenes with Batman and hot shit, the visuals. Well, one of this rules out Common as being the Green Lantern, because I know his name was in the running, but this is Warner Brothers. They probably really don't give a fuck. And I don't remember the name of his character, but from what I've beef, don't want no beef, don't want no beef. Yeah, so I believe his character is very popular and they just wasted him. Like, or, given the appearance that they wasted him. This shit is hot, man. And this is also not to say that Margot Robbie's performance, isn't good. Her performance is very good. It's just the shit that she's working with is just like, whatever. I love this. There's more coming. Boom. When his fucking cape and he dips in this water, this shit right here is hot. Here we go. That shit is hot. And this was so like expected that she was gonna pop up. Going back to the material, I also recently learned that what's her face, the director, wrote this like fucking 5 weeks before production. What kind of shit is that? Oh well, it's Hollywood shit, I guess. That means, they knew that while they were in pre-production, what happens in films for those that may have no idea is that you have your stages. You have pre, you have production, you have post. Pre-productions when you're prepping your film, productions when you're making the film, post-productions when you're in editing. and marketing and all that before it rolls out. Now, normally, from my experience and from what I kind of know, is when you're prepping, you're going through the various schedules, who's going to be available, for the film, depending upon who wants to do it, and you make your schedules. Usually, your script is done, and you're breaking your script down according to your schedules and getting this all together. I'm not really particularly fond of this Flash costume. It looks like they fucking put together pieces in the fucking trash. I'm not particularly fond of the TV's version, and I think that the lead actor Grant Gustin also asked for an upgrade for the costume as well. He just looks like a string being in a burgundy costume on a television show. But anyway, I digress. So you're in production, you're getting everyone's schedules together, and you're moving your script, all right, this scene's going to go here, this day he'll be available these 5 days, she'll be available this day, if you have your fucking, and on top of it, director is also a writer, so now he has to scratch his head, and he's also involved with the pre-production and the scheduling, so now he has to go back and fucking write shit, and spend basically, even though they said 5 weeks, this is, anyway, I don't want to get into the crock shit right now. So you're fucking still writing the script, and then what happens when you get the call that, all right, Will Smith can't be available for this, or Will Smith does like this scene, can we change this? Now you gotta fucking change it from your whatever rewrite from a script that you do not have, or you have a blueprint, because from what Goyer, thank you, just popped in my brain. Goyer, I guess, had a blueprint. The studio didn't care for it, and had him put together another version, or it didn't get green. Well, it's just some malarkey shit that just happened, that it's like, you put this together in 5 weeks time, and this is what you have on screen. So in essence, as the story goes, you get what you pay for. This feels like The Descent. Now, here's the big mistake. They showed the shot of the spirit going into her, right? Now, is it a strange coincidence that the spirit looks exactly like her? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't you have like a spirit that's just moving, and then maybe it's like sniffing her out, and then it takes on her personality and her facial features, then it jumps into her, then jumps out, takes her facial features and jumps back in. The odds of you fucking going down, finding this, crushing it, and then it just pops out the corner and looks exactly like you. Whatever. But anyway, so the fact that you have 5 weeks of writing and you're in pre-production, it's just basically, as I stated, you get what we paid for. Now, I would have even been interesting, because there's been a lot of heat on this actress. That her head looks funny right there. She got a big fucking forehead. It would have been even interesting maybe to see her as Harley Quinn and not Margot Robbie. Maybe make the switch. Especially if they... Now you see, I know I'm jumping around. Especially if they had a better script. Now, I go back. The last line of dialogue that she said, that you would think that maybe they would tie in the Suicide Squad with the Justice League. Like maybe they'd go awry and the Justice League would eventually have to catch them and bring them in. rather than whatever storyline that they're going for now with Lex Luthor and whatever. Maybe like this was, his league. These could have, these villains would be, eventually teamed up with Luthor, which thus ties it all together. Yeah, her natural looks horrible right here. And that chick got some eye to the brows, man. She makes Albie Sure jealous. Now look, you even have Harley Quinn's photo first. Going from left to right. So why not start the film with her? I thought this was even cool. Now she's the only one? Okay. Like you would feel that there would be a few more people. If you really want to sell this, they just have their mouths open. They should be like, huh. And I love how calm he is. That just lets you know the real shit when you really read between the lines. How my man is sitting at the end of the table not impressed. This is a magic show. That means, maybe people in the fucking government are used to seeing magic. What's up with that? God, it would have been very interesting to see Oprah do this shit. Just when she just did that line right there. That's funny. But you see how used to this he is, right? Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Yo, her forehead is big, man. Isn't this the cat from Stranger Things? I like that devilish look on her when she just like bowed her head. This scene right here is stupid. When they give homeboy the gun, Deadshot, Will Smith, whoever the fuck, the guns, the weapons to shoot and all that. Now you see she's the first one that she sees here, so why not again have Harley Quinn open up the film? And the thing that's funny. And the thing that's funny is like Will Smith's career right now is kind of like in a holding pattern if he didn't do this film. So I don't understand like why the studio felt they had to kowtow to him. And again, I don't have an issue with Will Smith at all. It's just there's certain things I just don't understand when it came to this. And it's like he should look fucking grimy, and he doesn't look grimy. He's in this film looking pretty. That's the essence of it. When you look at a Kurt Russell as fucking Snake Plissken, I'm scruffy. Let me look fucking scruffy. Give me a patch, fucking, shadow, 5 o'clock shadow, whole 9 yards, not some what feels like egotistical, I gotta look pretty and I gotta have all the dialogue, even though we're a squad, because that's what this feels like. As we go on, you will notice, if you haven't, and those that have already seen it, agree or disagree, the majority of the fucking dialogue with Harley Quinn is between her and fucking Deadshot. Like all of a sudden they're like brother and sister. Like And why make him Deadshot? Because I mean, when you look at this, it is really a rogue of actors whose careers are like fucking on a tightrope. Minus Margot Robbie. Will Smith, I just said, is in limbo. Jay Rodriguez, we haven't seen him in Coon's age, and he had a really breakout year with this film and the fucking movie with the moms or whatever. He's in that with Jada Pinkett and Christina Applegate. I can't remember the other girl's name right now. It escapes me from that 70s show. You know, Jai Courtney has not been pulling them in the box office. Kinnaman has not, especially after RoboCop, has not been pulling them in the box office. These Latin Native American dude who's always blah to me. You know, Wally, who in my opinion should have been cast as the lead in Concussion, but that's a whole other story. Yeah, see, he's cute, he's comedic in this shit. He should have been dark as See, she looks like she's having a good ass time doing this character, especially coming right off of her other show, which I've only seen like the first maybe 3 episodes, but she seemed like a darker character. Here comes the comedic music. Y'all must be crazy. It seems like it's set up for Jay Farrow just to come in and just do an impersonation right about now. But yeah, man, he should just really just... I want to be dark in this character, even if I'm a man of a few words, like Clint Eastwood. You know. And I mean Clint Eastwood in, you know, the spaghetti westerns, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, another popular song that goes with the mood. Say something funny. I like this line of dialogue. Plays them. Now I'm wondering if Will Smith is on a Apple box, because I heard that Kinnaman is like 6'4", 6'5". Talking to you, you boss. That's like the coolest line out the whole shit that he rocked with. Yeah, but my man's supposed to be 6'4". I don't ever recall anybody saying that Will Smith was 6'4". Yeah, she looks like she's having a good time. Don't want no beef. Don't want no beef. Don't want no beef. I hate when I look on IMDb and from time to time they have the cast, but it's in disarray, so it's never like the leads. It's like, that are at the top. It's usually just all fucky ducky. Artsy shot. Oh, my bad. Okay, that's why I was on IMDb. He's 6'2", so they're both 6'2". All right. So, we're about the same height. No, we are the same height. About. Then again, these guys be lying. I'm only 26. No, you're not, honey. Oh, that's homeboy from the show with the twins. Nah. He always got the stank face. I don't see him saying, oh my God, just based off the fact that he popped him in the shoulders. It would have been better if he said, oh my God, after he saw Joker's face and realized, exactly who it was talking to. Just my personal. It seems to rain a lot in this fucking movie. Now, whose choice was it for him to be eating a piece of chicken or whatever? Because it has nothing to do with what's going on in the scene. He could have just looked out the window in general. They could have really made better use of these effects. I mean, fleshing it out. Oh. You know what I thought when I first saw this? When they show her brother, I thought that he, just to me, kind of reminded me of, I'm not very familiar with the DC characters, but the character that's in Batman versus Superman, the villain, because everyone was talking about it, especially when they showed it in the longer version, the one that had the boxes, the little robotic alien or whatever. That's the best way I could describe it, that had the boxes, that was in the ship. Luthor found him, and the boxes were forming in his hand. That's who I thought her brother was, and I said to myself, "Oh, this is who that character is." All right, I can see that they're being tied together, but they didn't go that way. So it's still disconnected. I'm just thinking about that last line. Because she said, if you have to choose between me or her. Now, he's obviously supposed to be in love with you and not her. So chances are he's going to choose you. And then she says, even if it kills me. So it seems like the only way she can take a physical form is through her. So that means they both kind of lose. I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy. Yeah, see right there when I saw it, looked just like that damn creature that had the box. Those orchestrating those boxes in Superman, Batman, whoop de woo. And of course, the $1 million question is, I don't understand why they just didn't cross over the TV character Amanda Waller and Suicide Squad and yada yada yada, but whatever. And of course, another popular song. They couldn't pay me enough to be that fucking character, man. Oh, so they are snake listing them as well. See what I'm saying? Like, it could have been like a really bona fide villain, man. You know, and he was able just to give her a cell phone out in public like that and talk about it that comfortable. I just realized my man had on a Batman mask. I'd have been like, ha 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 ha, nice knowing you. She starts stabbing her heart. It looks just like the station where Superman killed what's her face, Zod. Of course, what do we like to do? Bring in the military and shoot shit up as if that's gonna work. Because guns always work in the movies. When it comes to aliens or supernatural. Like, they never think of bringing a priest or a reverend or a pastor. It's like straight for the guns. Unless the shit's in a house, then all of a sudden you have the reverend and shit. You never bring the fucking military to a haunted or demonic house. Oh, guess what? Another popular song. This scene is so fucking not funny. And it should have been funny. And I don't know what. It was a waste of time for Scott Eastwood to even be in this fucking movie. He should have just said, I have standards. Unless I'm one of the villains. He's one of my least favorite actors, man. Anytime I see Beach, I'm just like ready to slip into a mild coma called sleep. Oh my God. I would have rather her had said, what if I have to take a pee, than say that vexing line. And also, right, the Deadshot is fucking missing an eye, I believe. So you see what I mean when I say dark? Seems funny, like all the fanboys went crazy. I bet when she pulled that fucking costume out. And that's not a knock. That's just a thing that studios know when they put this shit together. And they go, well, if we do this, then they'll act just like this. And then they'll geek out. Because they have think tanks, ladies and gentlemen. think tanks that put together shit like this when they're in post. I mean, when they're in way post, when they're in pre-production, like big time pre-production. Hey, if we did this and we put this and we put that, then they'll eat it up. Isn't that the fucking job, dude? Okay, I got a little bit twisted because they changed the story a little bit for his eye. Just, doing some review and research. But I mean, it would have been cool just to even play that out, just to be darker. This character I just do not get, and I think it would have been a better idea just to have a short film. They should have done that for a lot of these characters, and it's not like they don't have the fucking money. They could have done little short films and put them on the web with each of these actors, giving like a little bit of a short story of some sort. It's not funny, man. Great shot. I would have rather, I'm being fucking straight up honest, I would have rather her had made a racist comment that was at least fucking funny than say, what's that smell, the stench of death, and then laugh. As cliche as that is, that's an interesting shot. I never saw that before. The guy sitting at the edge of the helicopter looking over. I'm just being honest. If you're gonna go for a cheap joke, then just go for a complete funny cheap joke. Now, I wonder if that fire, when he asked what happened, if that had anything to do with Superman and Batman. Because that would have been a great little tie-in. You cut and run. Bow. From here, the movie changes. Everyone is dead except for Harley Quinn. It's all on her shoulders. Now what? It would have been better if they would have came out aching and fucked up, and then she would have said, "What a ride," you know. I have to be embraced with this acting. This is actually the best role I've ever seen Jack Courtney in. Sorry. Outside of the villain in Jack Reacher, actually. That feels so much like Escape from New York. Just cut that shit. Don't want no beef. And all that's gonna amount to nothing. Of course, because we have all the fucking scenes together. Remember the time when we were running schemes? And your father had to come and bail us out? Oh, wait. That was an entirely different movie. Is that Eastwood's only line of dialogue? Now, what makes him so curious? Now, wouldn't it have been smarter for him to have the eyepiece and then say, wait, hold that thought, because maybe now he realizes he sees something weird? You see what I'm saying? Because from the viewer's perspective, I don't see shit other than smoke until Will Smith walks up and puts on the eyepiece, and then you see them. So it would have been smarter for him to have the eyepiece on, you know, as they gathered around him to say, for him to say the word. Then he looks and he sees something weird. Then he's like, hold that thought. Then he walks over. Oh my god, like what was that shot for? Like did I really have to see shells hit the floor to know that there's really, a lot of violence going on? I mean, what? Did a fucking frame get pixelated? A couple of frames get pixelated, so you had to put that, shot of fucking shells hitting the floor? I came back to fight. Damn, these are some soft ass aliens, man. Yeah, but never mind. Did he just rock bottom an alien? Here's my thing. If he's such a good fucking shot, why does he have to walk into the crowd of fucking people to get those shots off? He should have been able to stand still and just zap, 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 and pick them off. I mean, am I losing something? Maybe, Midway City, Gotham City, Central City. And then there's just Metropolis. Gosh, could have funny lines, man. Yeah, should have made Kinnaman, Deadshot, Eastwood, Flag. Yo, the alligator character looks like he looks like he looks like something frosted that you eat, man, like a dessert. For real. Like a Little Debbie's fucking cake. Sacrificial black guy. Guess we know why. Now he looks like they could have given her that's supposed to be like the $1 million line right there, and it could have been like a million times funnier. And it wasn't funny to me in the trailer. Sorry if I'm pulling a Ghostbuster commentary. And for those that have no idea, check out my Ghostbuster review. But everything can't be fucking wine and roses. But I just, will do commentaries as to like what the hell went wrong with certain projects. And especially when you have a high-end, highly budgeted ensemble film. The fucking Magnificent Seven was better than this film, to be honest with you. With less visuals or effects. Headshot! Fall back! You just tell them to fall back, then you just say you mind if we tag along. Like, he just disobeyed an order. There's no friction there, I guess, because he saved your life now. Oh, another popular song. I guess anytime they have some sort of a dance bubbly thing is supposed to elicit some sort of action / comedy. And this was, of course, just meant for her. Because we just saw Deadshot get his little scene where you're supposed to look at him and be like, yo, he's nice. And now she just did her thing where you're supposed to go, yo, she's nice. You fucking the first person that walked in the building. Oh, now he's gonna put his mask on. Because he's even a better shot. So what's the difference between the mask and not the mask? Because I know it's not he can shoot better with the mask on. That's not possible. Ooh. He's got a vest on. Oh, he's got money that protected him. It's funny because this just reminds me of the Avengers fighting aliens and then watching the television invasion with Flash, Green Arrow, and Legends. That should have been the fucking tag on the poster. If he dies, we die. Oh, he took off his mask. Oh my god. That's what they should have brought in if you're gonna bring fucking popular music. Michael Jackson. That'd be funny. You want to say something? Yeah. You want to say something? Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Too hot to get over. Yeah. Yeah. Too hot to get under. Yeah. Yeah. Stupid man. Stupid man. It would have even been cool if you saw the fight with Batman and Superman. They just like, as they walk up that building, maybe they flew through. You know, as they're walking up the stairs, and like, what the fuck was that? I don't know. Keep moving. Would you die for me? Want some beef? You want some beef? Give me that beef. He looks gaunt. Like he's, has the virus from Dallas. Still. You want this beef? You want this beef? Want this beef? Say, I want this beef. I want this beef. I want this beef. Damn, she at least took her watch and glasses off. This is the only time the music rocks right here, but it's a song I've never heard of. See, even he had the class to take his jacket off. He didn't want to F it up. Now, whose idea was it to have all these other colors in the mix? I don't get it, but, artsy fartsy. Style over content. No. I just make babies by accident. I just have unprotected sex and I got a kid. Don't shoot. Told you get on the damn truck. Watch stay. Now it's so fucking funny because I was just about to say it would have been interesting if right after Flag entered that room, if Will would have, you just see a shot of him just sticking his foot in the door. Because you watch the door close and now all of a sudden he knows the fucking passcode. He just came in. Two-Face. Black Mama. She's like, no, I'm a big black bad mama. You better recognize. Shut up now. It would have been crazy, or cooler rather. It would have been cooler if when he walked in that room, she was busting him up. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, they're not meant for this mission. You know. And even if Will had put his foot in the door, or Deadshot, or whatever we're calling him, Lloyd, put his foot in the door, he still would have seen that. You'd have seen her busting up. Her mask is horrible. I actually think watching Viola Davis do this character, if Oprah would have even matched it, she probably would have stolen the whole film. If she played with, how Amanda Waller, how Viola's doing. Viola looks like she's having fun being a villain. Sometimes you gotta step out your comfort zone, and certain actors don't know how to do that because they're too busy trying to look squeaky clean. And then you find out there. Never mind. I'm not gonna even go to this. Keep focus on the commentary. I want no beef. Want no beef? No beef. Oh, this is a cool fucking scene too. That right there was stupid, but just the fact when she gets on the rope is hot. This shit right here. Nah, she talking freedom. The theatrics. But we know she's not dead. Now, they're talking about doing Gotham Sirens as the next project, and I think that that's a dumb idea. See, they should just have a Joker Harley Quinn film, like a love story, a really dark, twisted love story with fucking crime, Bonnie and Clyde style. But no, let's do what's popular, what the fanboys want. Let's do Sirens, because that'll pack them in, and we'll just give them another horrible script, and we'll cast some funky dunky people, that are real popular, and we'll just call it that. Because I'm already hearing rumblings of like Lady Gaga, in this film, and Janelle Monáe, I guess, is a black Catwoman, but I wouldn't do that. But then again, I heard Megan Fox they want for Poison Ivy. I actually think this is, anytime I'm coming up with these ideas, this is all based off the notion of a great script in the whole 9 yards. I actually think Christina Aguilera would make a very interesting Catwoman, especially after seeing her on SNL when she did the Sex and the City thing character. And just the tonality that she used to mimic Kim Cattrall as Catwoman would be very interesting. And on top of it, if they were to cast her, let's just say, and you have this relationship with her and Batman, you have this really diminutive little girl or woman, and you build this love story with her and Batman, tall Batman and little Catwoman would be very, very interesting. But, that's not how they do things in Hollywood. Everything has to match up evenly. Because, that's real life. I'm an asshole today. With just cause. He just had to do something, so he had to lick his hand. I guess he's using the method. Oh my god. Stanislavski 101. When in doubt. I'm sure he's in that costume going, again, I'm second fucking fiddle to Will Smith. See, interaction with this dude all day, every day. Subliminal love affair from that other fucking movie. What? Say something. And I think she suffers from no acetol disease. It might run in the family. Off on your own, girl. Off on your own, girl. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, you had to say that, right? Just had to use that word. 23. It's so Jay Farrow, man. It's almost like he's a character of himself. For real. It's like he's saying lines that I could easily hear Jay Farrow saying, imitating him. Oh, man. He had time to thumb through that. Let's go. She bolted. Who's right behind him? The two leads. You turn your back on me? You motherfucker cousin. Of course, that photo's in there like a big fucking headshot. Headshot, not dead shot. What the fuck is he drinking? This is when they do their New Jack City story and shit. Fucking sit at the bar and talk about how they would pour white trash Pookie. Fuck out of here. You ain't ever whacked nobody, no woman. I was Latino Pookie. What you mean, you Latino Pookie? I guess he didn't believe in bank accounts or money orders. And I guess we're just supposed to read between the blurred lines. Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! She burned my fucking eggs. So I had to burn her, Issy. He looks like a cheap Gambit just on that shot right there. The worst. No comments. No comments. Shh, shh, shh. Let's just move past this. We're gonna act like that line of dialogue just didn't even happen. We're just gonna talk over it until the new thing happens. Right now, come on. Shh. Okay. Let Rick Flag talk. Oh, I had a good comeback, but I'm just gonna save it. Just gonna save it. My man. Ooh. But he's not acting mad. He says she writes him every day. He must have just got in there because that shit's a little light. And why does his what's if they say I am the light? I like the way how that bar is lit. Of course, you'll go any fucking where he goes. I guess they had to put Shorty in the front because she was just way too short. Because other than that, it would have been Will Smith, of course, walking in the front, a la the leader. No shit. That's how we take it out. That's how we take it out. Oh, this is the corniest. Oh my gosh. No comment. We're not going to talk about that either. Shh, shh, shh. We're not going to discuss that. We're not at all. Now, you see when I said it would have been a great backstory? A little short film. And that would have been funny if Harlequin would have pushed him out, would have kicked him out. So, whoop. Not that forehead. That shit is real. that a terminology for sex? Maybe we can kick it. Yo, Holmes. Oh, Jay Farrow. Oh, so we family already? After what, a few hours? You know what? Everything happened so fast. I don't even remember Beach's character getting, what's his Slipknot or whatever, getting deaded. I don't remember what happened to him. I guess the aliens got him. He'll be surely missed. Diablo's flame is out. Or going out. Stupid cutaways. Time and seconds. Blow it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blow it. 7, 8. Blow it. Now. Come on. Your ass just got smoked. Just the calmness, you know. Look at the fucking calmness in these guys. Like, She heard that shit. Bushido style. Where's her subtitles? She had them before. What they should have done is rather than standing there, just everybody just move around constantly. What kind of gun is that shoots like that? Shit, I want 12 of those. He needed to say like something like a tagline like it's clobbering time. Some shit like that. Bow down. Hey. See, it would have been better if she just picked up the sword, then throw the line. Why they keep not placing the lines where it's supposed to be, like, or directing her better, Goyer? Oh my gosh. Now he's got to re-extend the arm back out. Never mind. Just fly across the room. I don't even understand that whole concept of having his daughter say that, because it just was wasted screen time. He could have just shot. It didn't change anything. It's not as if her character was there to prevent him from doing something like she did earlier. It was just like a time suck. Shh. Bring my girl back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. It was that simple. Where's the hot rockin' pop song now? I'm inside here. Hey, Flag. Hold me tight. I'm naked. This movie's only PG-13. Does she have a chin? Oh my God! Please, let's not talk about this. Let's just not. No, let's. Shh. We're not gonna talk about that. Mm-mm. Bullet, pow! End the movie. Oh my. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that either. Okay, no, we're not gonna talk about that. Shh. We're gonna put all that gator shit in a box, and we're gonna close that shit, and I'm gonna bury it somewhere and just get amnesia. So we're not gonna talk about that. Shh. Shot. Time to go. And of course they come in with the fucking chains. And if he's sitting in the room or waiting for Deadshot to finish with his daughter, you actually think that he's gonna give him problems? Like they built a relationship, so they need the fucking chain gang to come in. Like, I mean, you could have just had some sort of a ringtone, since you like using popular songs. Use some fucking Will Smith song. come on the ringtone and lets him know that, all right. And then he could have still did this whole spiel with his daughter and bounce. Yeah, he looked miserable. See, that could have been on the phone right there. You know what I mean? And then he could do the spiel, and then the ringtone could have stopped, and then they could have kicked it back in once they did the sky shot of the prison. And he's watching a shitty music video. Okay, no, we're not going to talk about that. Shh. That's going in a box too, alright? We're not going to talk about that. It's going in a box. Oh, what happened? He not taking his shirt off? What happened? I guess the ladies already saw that in the opening, so he blew his wad. Oh! Don't want no beef, don't want no beef, don't want no beef, don't want no beef. I wonder who it is. Right there, his head looked so fucking long. And you motherfuckers can pause on that. I'm not. Written and directed by David Ayer, who's written better stuff and directed better stuff. The studio did it. Stephen Mnuchin. This is a cool song. Well, what can you say? Can say. Wanna beef, no beef, wanna beef. This, I feel like I deserve my money back. You know, still. And this is what, like my third time watching this film, I think. You know, stylistically, like I said, looks cute. You know, some of the visual effects were great. But it seems like, you know, that's the Warner Brother DC intention in these films. I just wanted to have a commentary on it. You know, in the Will Smith film called Suicide Squad. You know, in the 5 weeks of prep from script to screen, with all the money spent, and I don't even want to take the time to look at the budget because it is what it is. This movie was considered a success because of the box office numbers, and thus now we're getting a Deadshot film. Why? And a Gotham Sirens film. Why? And I guess we're not going to get a Killer Croc sequel because that's what I really want. Suicide Squad. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I've run my mouth long enough. But I thank you once again for joining me on this journey. Oh, hold it. Her meeting with Bruce Wayne. I like the shot she throws at him and how he catches it and throws it back at the end. You. Is this Coldplay or just a Coldplay rip? See whose name is first. Will Smith's. He couldn't take the L and say, you know what? Viola Davis' name or Margot Robbie's name should go first. I'll come in second, right? Like I said, this is a Will Smith film. Fuck what you heard. Adam Beach's name is all the way down the goddamn bottom as Slipknot. And Katana. I guess this must be done in order of appearance. As I was saying before, thank you again for joining the Silent Film Group special commentary on the Suicide Squad. And after this is done, I'm just gonna go commit suicide. Wink, wink. Joel Salisbury steak. Chain you up, tie you down. Anthony Michael Scott. Is that Little Vane? Is that Little Vane? Alright, so I'm going to have to bid you guys an adieu until the next Will Smith film. Which is, what's that? Collateral Beauty? Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing a commentary on that, so you can hold your breath. Hold your breath on that one. So, in closing, until the next bad DC film, I'm really have high expectations for Wonder Woman. If they're really gonna make a switch, that's the film that has to do it, because it really does feel like the Captain America of this franchise. If they're gonna do it, this has got to be it. If this freaking film does not live up to the hype of its trailer, I don't have anything else to say, because it has to be set up to give you very sweet expectations for the Justice League film. So, I'm gonna let these credits roll unless something else pops up in my skull. Tara Dixit, interesting name, Tara Dixit. Once again, I bid you a sweet adieu. And the ciao bella. Cause I don't want no beef. I don't want no beef. I don't want no beef. Peace, you guys.